All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert Global Lab patch notes reading. So, we've had a lot of patch notes lately, Calpheon Ball updates and, live servers and everything. But Fridays are usually the days where the Global Lab patch notes come out, and we're going to be talking about it. So, I didn't really look at it just yet. We're going to go over it together. But a lot of the stuff, I think, was basically things that they talked about from the Calpheon Ball coming out next week on the live servers. So just in case you haven't already caught the information, we'll talk about it all over again. And yeah, maybe there's some new stuff. So with that said, I'll leave a link in the description to the Global Lab notes if you guys want to read it on your own time as well. It's translated from Korean to English, so I'll try to make it make sense. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, if you watch the Calpheon Ball, it's probably the same. But anyway, yeah, today we are getting a lot of interesting stuff. First things first, new class, Deadeye, coming out next week, 24th. We already know that. That's confirmed. And I'll be playing it on the seasonal server as usual, so expect that on the channel on day one. I really don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm kind of excited. Like, a whole gunslinger kind of class. That sounds pretty fun. But, like, we went from, Landed a Morning Light, Wusa, Megu, Dosa, straight up to, like, Western-themed Deadeye class, which, makes zero sense. And then, next year we're probably going to get Demon Land or something, whatever they call it. So we're all over the place in terms of lore and timeline. It's not a big deal. I'll play whatever they release. But anyway, with that said, yeah, it's coming out next week. Let's see. With the release of the new Deadeye class, maximum number of expendable character slots has increased from 35 to 38. Very cool. That I assume they're gonna have one for like Awakening, Succession, and all the other stuff. All right, so Deadeye preview. If you want to play, it's on the actual Global Labs test server. You can obtain the premium costume set for the Global Lab. You can see what it looks like. Very cool. Honestly, I don't really have enough time to play the Global Labs these days. I thought it was cool, but usually when they announce something, it's only like one or 2 weeks, and then it comes to the live server anyway. There are so many videos of these. Wait, hold on. What are these? Deadeye, this lore. I don't want to spoil it. If you guys want to watch it, you guys can watch it at your own time. We did watch the developer commentary before, and then combat is combat, and the soundtrack and music of it. Okay, so that's all for the Deadeye. We'll be experiencing it all next week together, so if you're interested in watching me blast through everything, wait for the seasonal. All right, the mount is with the most special abilities in Black Desert, the Mythical Horse. So basically, we're all getting a tier 10 next week for free. Yeah, I know. All of you, myself included, we all worked really hard. Now they're just giving it out to everyone. Very cool. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Like, realistically, yeah, I know all of you guys worked hard for it. But it's just a horse, to be honest. Here's what I would recommend for all of you. If you are, you just want a horse for practical use and something you'll use every day, the Pegasus, the flying one, will be the most useful on your day-to-day. If you are like 2 out of 3 or something like that, or already have one, obviously just get the one you don't have, and then you'll get the Crocodile Sanctuary. You can have all 3. Very cool, right? So if I were to realistically rate all the horses, like 1, 2, 3, which one would you get? Well, number 1, highest priority, being the Pegasus. Number 2, I would actually pick the Doom Horse, because it has like more regular use. Like, if you want to use it in PvP, it is an option. I don't think people do this anymore, but you could ride around on your Doom Horse, like low level grinding to get it up to like 56 or something. And then like you could, I've seen people literally grind on their horse or the Doom Horse, and like the fire flame just, I think that damage scales off of your gear. So it's like if you're geared and you could just grind, that is, I've never done it, but apparently has more regular uses than the like other one, the unicorn. But also the Doom Horse, if you are actively riding, like you are, you know, actually sitting at your computer, not autopathing, the Doom is faster than the Pegasus. Like if you were to go down a straight line, which one is faster? Doom is. However, the Pegasus, you know, you could jump off mountains and stuff, which saves a lot of time on your day-to-day. So yeah, number 2 being Doom Horse, and number 3 being the unicorn. I just realistically think that, you know, it's more of a situational thing where you're riding into the desert or you're riding like out in the ocean. And here's one thing, as a person who has all 3 tier 10s, the unicorn, if it had more stamina when you're riding out, like riding on water, let's say you're crossing islands in Margoria or something, or down to Ilia Island, you really have to stop at every other island and the stamina bar just kind of goes down. So like it's the least practical of all of them. I mean, they're all really cool. Ultimately get the one you like, but I just rated them in terms of assuming you had 0 of them, and that's what I would pick. So this is an item that can be obtained by selecting one of the 3. Yeah, it's level 1 and has all the skills. It's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm glad that everyone gets it because, yes, I understand it is a struggle. But, like, you know, I feel like if you already had all 3 of them, yeah, you would use it on a seasonal or something. But you should offer, like, a 4th option. So for everyone who has all 3, just be like, here, do you want 100 billion silver or something like that? That would be cool. All right, so also on the 24th, we're getting a new season token. And basically, if you want to play through season again, they made this change like a year and a half ago or something where, you know, you just get a season token, play through it, getting another one. And they're also going to be changing a lot of how like the season stuff works. Basically, you know how Tuvala goes to pen now, it's going to go to deck in the future. And once per family, I believe you can exchange a deck Tuvala plus a bunch of materials for a pen Blackstar. So it's basically a like catch up to get people up to speed with Sovereign. And then I think you can also exchange a Tuvala accessory for, you know, I believe a Tet Karazad, which that one is fine, not really a big deal. And so we'll talk about that more when it actually releases, but I believe the necklace is always the number 1 plan, and you should always do that one first. Other things are changing. On seasonal servers, it's always plus 1,000 XP rate, no matter if there's an event or not. I think this is fine. If you, like most people, like for example, if I were to play on the season server, I can get to 61. I could finish the season in literally 1 day. That's just because I have the knowledge of it. For a new player, catching up and doing all this, I'm glad it just makes it faster for everyone. That's good. Okay, so let's see. Special quest for adventurers who graduated from seasons. Black Spirit. What advanced request? What does this mean? Main rewards. Oh, so they just give you more rewards. Oh yeah, so we just talked about this before I even read it. Talk to these NPCs, do various requests, and get rewards. Elements of Atanis are basically pity pieces to get you to, or like one step closer to an infinite HP or MP piece or potion. So Yeah, like 100 of them get you basically one infinite pot piece, and you still need the other two. HP obviously more mandatory than MP, but eventually in the end you want both of them. Let's see, what is all this? Oh yeah, so we talked about exchanging Tuvala. So before, or right now, it's at pen cap. It's going to deck in the future. Then you can exchange it for, you know, Karazad and Black Star. And then the rates of enhancement is all of that. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this, but I just know that Chroning Tuvala does not feel good. I can assure you that. Maybe you do it exactly one time to get it to pen, so you can get your second Black Star or whatever. But realistically, yeah, Chroning Tuvala is probably not going to feel good. Neither is using like a 150 stack either. So yeah, we'll see what happens on the live server. But like I don't know, it's not going to feel good. We'll see what happens when it happens. Improved character swap function or individual action. The travel separately option has been added to the tag character function. And oh yeah, so we talked about this before. You know how if you have a tag character, it's basically in the exact same spot. Like they essentially follow each other, and whatever tag character you play, it'll be in the same spot as your main and so on. They're going to have an option to leave your tag character. Like, let's say you tagged it at Velia. So your tag is at Velia. You could bring your main to, I don't know, Heidel, and then you could keep them in different spots. I think that's a cool feature. So it's not a big deal, but it's nice to have. So yeah. Reduce the cost of item transfer feature. So, you know, the tag, you know how tagging costs a couple hundred Marnie fuel? I think they're reducing it by like 90%. So, like, I think it's like 450. I don't actually tag because the only time I swap tags is when, you know, it's one Marnie fuel. But now, instead of like the default price of it being like 450, it's going to be like 45. So people like me who have like 3,000 Marnie fuel just saved up over the years, cool, I can actually try out more things without breaking the bank. So that's cool. Item transfer cost. 1.5% of the exchange price. Minimum quantity. Oh, this is like individuals, I believe, versus just straight retagging. Yeah, we'll test it when it happens. Whoever is on this server, by the way, I know this is a meme, but you need to upgrade your gear in a different order. Honestly, I've been trying to go for Oct Sovereign. It's not been going great, by the way. All right, Black Desert Lab Store. Oh, you can buy. Oh, this is Global Lab, like test server stuff. You can buy Karazad and Sovereign. Very cool. I actually kind of want to see what like Oct DK Sovereign weapons look like with the glow at Oct and higher, to be honest. Most people, like, I haven't seen it. I've seen other classes, though. Royal Workshop Medal of Honor. High-end goods, blah, blah, blah. What is this saying? Can be obtained when the worker completes a production of an item at a production base. 30,000 morning medals. Yo, is anyone, like... There's probably a few people who are fully done upgrading all the Royal Workshops. You probably keep your game on 24/7. I don't. If I did, I probably would be, but Royal Workshops are not worth me keeping my computer on overnight. And yeah, maybe in the future. Made it easier to combine Capra stones in bulk. Okay. Easier to process in bulk. Cool. Icons of the following items have been changed: Black Star Primary and Awakening Box. Cool. We're getting a new boss, I believe. Following improvements and modifications have been made during the subjugation, basically the group party boss. Restores vitality by destroying a specific pattern. Yeah, I want to do that one. I actually have part 1 of my bosses, and for all of you who have never done group Black Shrine bosses, I want to try to make a video for all the bosses and, you know, explain the mechanics on how to actually do it. And in part 1, I actually tried to slow my DPS down, and so did my party. And so you can actually see all the mechanics. So if you want to watch that video, I'll leave it in the description. But yeah, just for anyone interested. If not, it's not a big deal. Tier 9 horse mechanics. It has a pity system now. Holy. I'm gonna be honest, I had pretty decent luck in RNG with my tier 10s. Tier 9s, on the other hand, that's a different story. But from tier 9 to tier 10, I enhanced it when the pity system was not dirty. Okay, so UI changes and character order. Oh my god, dude, this is something like that more endgame players will be excited than anyone else. The ability to change character order. Dude, like, you don't understand. If you're a new player and you only have like 7 characters like that, no big deal. If you're a day 1 player and you have like 35 characters, and then you have to, you know, at the login screen where you're just like, I want to reorder it, when you have to click that up arrow one at a time for all your characters instead of just dragging, dropping it like any other modern game. The ability to just move like bottom to top instead of clicking 36 more times, that's actually the biggest change in quality of life thing that like newer players will never understand. So that's a big W for me, at least, but I know some people literally don't care. So, oh, that's a nice picture. Yo, if you can do that, holy dude, that's cool. The fact that they actually, you know, whoever did that, I like it. That's really cool. But yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Let's be real. That's cool though. You know, none of this is like that. It's cool you can change it, but yo, I want that. I want something to look like that. That's cool. When setting the character appearance into character creation, you can now set the enable disable status for helms and facial to not disappear. Oh, that's good. I actually, every now and then, I look at the character creation and just like see what other people make for all their characters, and some people are like really good at it. Like, unironically, I wish I enjoyed spending more time on character creation like some other people do, but I think it's really cool to see other people put in so much effort in it, and yeah, it's amazing. All right, fixes and changes. Let's see, is there anything relevant to most people? Issue where some UIs are occasionally displayed unnaturally depending on the PC environment has been fixed. What does that actually mean? Has not affected me, but if it affects you, well, good. It's going to be fixed. Fixed an issue where the game would occasionally crash when logging in as a character located inside the manor under circumstances. Have not had that issue yet. And more NPC and terrain issues. So anyway, yeah, overall, decent patch. This is, you know, huge catch up, new season, new class. And if you're looking forward to all of that, check it out next week. And I'll be doing Deadeye on a seasonal. We'll talk about all the skills and everything. You know, it'll be pretty fun. and, you know, more quality of life stuff that probably I only care about that no one else cares about. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you come back, and hopefully you guys are enjoying everything in BDO. I'll see you guys later. Peace.